I grew up with research around the house. My father was a research scientist. He was a forest pathologist interested in tree diseases, and so research was always part of the background noise at home. I started my PhD here at the Walter and Eliza Hall Institute in 1998 in the Cancer and Haematology Division, a division that's had a very long and illustrious history under the stewardship of Professor Don Metcalf of making fundamental and clinically important discoveries in blood cells. There are a whole host of different cell types that make up the blood. Red cells carry oxygen, the white cells form the immune system, and platelets are responsible for preventing hemorrhage by forming blood clots. And blood cells play a role in almost every human disease you can think of. We understand a lot about blood, but we really only are scratching the surface. Platelets are absolutely essential for life. If you don't have enough platelets, you can't maintain vascular integrity. That is, you suffer a hemorrhage, and that can potentially kill you. So our first major discovery was that platelets have a molecular clock which regulates their lifespan. They don't die as a result of some random event or damage. They actually have a genetic program which tells them when to die. So we discovered the identity of this molecular clock, the proteins that are involved in forming that clock, and we discovered that by turning the clock forwards or backwards, we can either shorten platelet lifespan or we can extend platelet lifespan. Our second major discovery relates to the function of a gene called ERG. This particular gene was very, very interesting because it turned out to be a master regulator, as it were, of blood stem cells. Without this gene, adults cannot make blood stem cells and cannot make blood. Increasingly, we're becoming interested in how chemotherapy works, how it impacts on the blood cell system, and how the blood cell system can recuperate from the kind of insult that cancer chemotherapy causes. I love what I do. Over the last 10 or 15 years, have obviously learnt a lot, but I'm having more fun now in research than I've ever had. It's an enormous privilege to work with the group of people that I work with. I have an incredibly diverse professional career and do a lot of different things in any given day. But at bottom, the thing that most excites any scientist is that discovery. It's incredibly exciting when you make those kinds of discoveries and you start to realise the fundamental nature of what it is that you've stumbled across, and the implications are so profound.